I was so hungry, I just finished my sandwich. All right. I'll get a glass of water. 1 second.
Update the title, maybe. Sick.
Chris kommt auch.
Anatov kommt auch, okay. Das Ziel ist einfach, dass nicht alle zusammen reden, ja. Aber das ist klar.
Draft is starting. Okay. Malay, obvious choice.
Okay.
Why Indians?
Oh, we banned Indians actually, not sure why.
And he let him play now with Aztecs.
Aztecs, oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to see a proper draft over there. Finally.
While Indians ban, it's awkward.
Yeah, maybe it's just not a ban because he wants to pick the good ships too, you know what I mean?
But then he's picking Teutons and Ethiopians. That
Yeah,
aren't
I'm
good
not sure
ships.
what is the idea behind this.
What, she's taking him Aztecs, Mayans, and maybe Incas?
Yeah.
Slavs, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, Britons. Yeah, Britons are not.
All right, I am back with a drink.
So the draft started already, Wonder.
Yeah,
We have Aztecs, Mayans, Slavs for Marv.
Why are Indians banned?
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure. I think they are underrated, of course, but I don't think they are considered to be top 5.
Yeah, if you want to ban something, ban Slavs or Teutons, something like that. Oh,
yeah, Marv
Spanish.
just picked the top 5. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Really, he picked one of the best tips over there. I like Teutons, I like Britons, but then Portuguese, not probably the strongest. Oh, hi, Casey. You're on. How are you?
You can ask him if he would like to cast some games with us.
Yeah, why not? Casey, join us if you have some time. You're more than welcome to join us. Casey, we had Franks in the very last game, and it was the masterpiece game with one guy with 41 wills managed to bring down the other guy with 130, 40 pop to 60 pop. You missed the best game or the most odd game you could ever think of just a few minutes ago. Very unusual play, but very, very surprisingly strong.
Hey, I think he would like to ban Teutons. That's why he's asking.
Yeah, no shit. One boy would probably ban Slav, the other would ban Teutons.
I can't understand Magicrusher speaks. They're so awkward. First to ban Indians and let Marv get Aztecs and Slavs.
You're right.
Then, after this, he's picking Teutons and Ethiopians. It's like, okay, if he isn't going to trash with Teutons, I can't understand it. That's the first pick. And Ethiopians, well, it's not the top tier and not the top 2 tier Civ. I don't understand it.
Yeah, of course they are strong, but
Man, Marv is getting Aztecs, Mayans, Slavs, and Spanish.
Yeah, well, let's see how this is going to happen.
You know what would be the most boring fight? That right now we see Slavs and Teutons right now. This would be the most shitty, boring fight ever.
Champs on Azores always.
Yeah, it's just like we already. But Teutons will I have a little upper hand if they don't die early. Is because when bomber cannons start coming out. No, bomber cannons will help with the siege, right? A lot. Oh, Chris game finally we convinced him.
Hey.
You know, Chris saw YOLO and then he's like, "All right, I'll come."
Yeah, that's what happened.
I think Magicrusher has a chance if he gets Teutons versus Aztecs and if he gets, I think, Britons versus Spanish. Then he has
Can
a good
someone
chance.
send me the link for the draft?
It's the one. It's oh sure. I will send it to you right now. 1 second. There we go, Chris. I sent it to you. So essentially, for Marv, we have Spanish, Slavs, Mayan, and Aztecs. And for Magicrusher, we have Teutons, Ethiopian, Britons, and Portuguese.
Magic data.
Magic just picked. Oh boy, we banned Indians, man. Just ban Aztecs or Slavs or something like that. Come on. Like I'm scared and paranoid of Turks, Janis, kebab. So and if I died to the stat sim as well while Heckles was playing as actual kebab, I would have killed myself. I was like, I gotta ban Turks. That made sense. But banning Indians, I'm not sure. Ban Slavs or Aztecs.
Maybe he has some bad experiences while eating curry.
Oh my god.
Good also, seeing his draft, it doesn't really make sense to ban Indians because Indians is not really a counter to any of those 4 civs, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Of course, they're strong, but not that strong against some civs like that, like those.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
All right, so the game is starting in 20 seconds, and we are in. So, wow, I would really love to hear your thoughts about the civs over here. Go ahead, YOLO. Why don't you introduce KingMarv's map?
KingMarv is on the top of the map. He has Slavs. His main goal is forward. His second goal is at the same position, and his third goal is well in the front of his base as well. So his goal positions aren't the greatest.
Right.
Therefore, he has only one safe main goal, and his main stone is outside as well. So it's a bullshit.
It's bullshit. I like how you said it's just bullshit. Okay. All right. Joey, I'll let you describe Magic's map, and Chris, I will let you talk about those civs as well. Go ahead, Joey.
So Magic is playing as Portuguese on the bottom. He got a forward main stone, which is not ideal in that case. If you want to play some organs in Castle Age. He got the main gold safe on the back. The second gold is also safe on the back. And the third gold, oh, let me find it. Okay, it's on the right side outside.
Yes.
And you got all resources inside, tiers are inside, forts are inside, and also ships too.
Perfect.
I think that's
not a bad map. Not a bad map. All right, so Chris, my friend, what do you think about these sim matchups, Slavs versus Portuguese? Do you even think they have a chance?
Well, there's one thing I want to mention. KingMarv is saying, I thought you would pick Brits. So he was expecting Magicrusher to take Britons in the first match.
Sure.
So which didn't work out for him. But I think it's still fine for Slavs. I think Slavs don't really have a bad matchup, to be honest. They can always hold up against all civs. But I think Portuguese, speaking of the late game, with these ballistic bombard cannons, can actually do very well against SO. And they can also put a lot of pressure on the Slav using the castle drop and or even defensive castle and bomb and exactly organ guns. So I think it's just because of the eco, it's still an advantage for the Slav player. But I think Portuguese really has a good shot.
Better chance than Italians, in my opinion, because now I think of it, yes, Arquebus is deadly with siege engineers as well as bomber towers. So this would be similar matchup like I had with Slavs. Instead, I did have Conquerors, but then again, Magicrusher would have access to a very great castle unit right from Castle Age if he chooses to go organ guns. And then later game, we could probably see something similar to what I had. Lots of bombard cannon, a lot of stuff like that with towers and maybe cannons and who knows, some stuff like that. What do you guys
Boys,
think?
just imagine a siege tower castle drop on his main gold.
Do you think Magic would do something like that?
I don't think it will do a Siege Tower castle drop, but a castle
Why not,
drop
man?
would make a lot of sense if he scouts his map properly. Because he has all 3 goals on the front, he doesn't have a back gold. And if you can do some pressure there, he might have a chance to win the game.
To be honest, I
Because
think
organs
that,
are really strong in Castle Age, man.
to be honest, I have
I
the
really
feeling
want
that,
this matchup.
Go ahead.
to be honest, I think Portuguese is a very good Civ versus Slavs, because I don't know what Slavs can do versus organ guns, except like many knights. But I doubt that you will have the chance to go for many knights if Magicrusher is just pressuring KingMarv, because he can pressure him out of the main gold. And when he's pressuring the main gold, he automatically is taking advantage of his bad second gold. And then I can't imagine KingMarv then going out to his third gold in front of his base. So if he goes for a very hard castle age aggression with organ guns, some monks behind, mangonels, I think he has a very good chance.
Yep. Now, Chris, I'm not sure if you've played with Magicrusher a whole lot lately, but the way his name indicates Magicrusher, he hasn't been rushing anyone, and that kind of was a meme over there that changed your name to Magic Boomer, as Joey would know. So we really hope that he will use the power of Portuguese in Castle Age and do exactly what YOLO suggested at the moment, because it would really make a lot of sense to pressure, get that bombard cannons with this unique tech, and transition into that, and kind of this way have the map control and abuse his bad map. Because as YOLO pointed out, though, that forward gold and the one forward gold on the other side would not be accessible easily if Magic has the map control, right, Joey?
Sure. I also
So
think he
what
should just go full all in. Forward castle drops, second castle inside his base, because that's the way to play against Slavs Portuguese.
Go
What
ahead,
if I
Chris.
told you that Magic is already on stone with 2 wills, so we will very likely expect the castle, since he's also on gold, so he's not just selling the stone to click up to Castle Age.
And Marv is playing defensive as always. I don't think he's going for scouts, which is I don't want to say silly, but if your enemy has such an aggressive civ like Portuguese, you can't go up without him barrack and stable behind. He's just booming, and I don't know if his map is okay for booming.
Not at all. Even if he was on stone and gets a castle, all right. So he can pick where would he put his castle. He can put it right between the mill and that house. All right. He blocks this main entrance, but then the sides are still open, and the top side is completely open, and then he gets harassed either way from still 2 angles. I mean, this castle can't walk even if he had. If he went on stone and wanted to do towers, I'm not sure. I believe they do get guard towers, right? Slavs.
Yes.
Probably.
So that could have been one reason. Maybe he wants to do monk defense. Do you guys think that could be an option?
monastery. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that could
too.
work.
Double monastery, just keep control over the relics, and
Alright.
maybe
also-
go for how it's called, redemption.
Yes. Go ahead, Chris.
I like that King Marv's not doing scouts, because playing against Slavs, if you want to castle drop against Slavs, you will very likely be expecting scouts. So you can as well just add a barracks, add a couple of spears, and then scouts are useless. So I like him saving these resources and maybe investing them into instead double monastery and then get redemption early.
Let's talk about relic placement, guys. So, I do see there is, in general, the relics are a bit oddly placed. There's one very close to Magic. There's one kind of, very nearby on top of KingMarv base. But then we have one practically in the middle of the, they're both bases. And then we have two on the very top corner, one near Marv and one kind of near Magic. So I would say it's kind of okay, I guess, relic placement. But I would still kind of go with Magic's position for relics, at least, if he will probably go monastery or not. That's a lot on stone, by the way.
Yeah, we can expect the forward castle because Magicrusher got Loom as well in Feudal Age.
All right, and we do see 5 on gold. Yes, go ahead, Yolo.
Why is he laughing?
I didn't read that actually. Yes, you were saying something, Yolo?
I think if you go for double monastery to defend, for example, versus a castle drop, it's not the right decision to go 27 plus 2.
It's too late.
And if you have Slavs, Eco, you can easily go 25 plus 2. So that's kind of a misplay. But I think they both know each other's playstyle, and they both that each other are going to play pretty passive. And I think Magicrusher is abusing this information.
Yes, I was just about to say that. I mean, look the way he's scouting that base. So he is. Oh, he's gonna be seen. He's gonna be seen. He's gonna be seen.
Not like that.
Oh, that.
By the way, guys, that TC it's really bad on the main gold.
And there's
Naming
one
like
dead villager.
3-5.
There's gonna be. Oh, please wall yourself in. Please wall yourself in.
Double monastery
And what is
castle?
this? What?
Oh, never seen that before.
So is he planning to counter monks by monks and then use organ guns as well? Is that a possibility?
In my opinion, monks doesn't counter organ guns too good. They are not cost effective. And well, he's countered his gold, so I don't. It's just unsafe to go for double monastery.
He is doing that.
Drop.
He is doing what I just said. Atonement is right there. So he knows that the only way there he's probably going to defend is with a massive amount of monks. So he's like, all right, I'll do double monastery and organ, but then this is an all-in-out game if I understand it correctly.
Such an overreact, man. He has only one monastery. He's putting that second right now.
What do you think about this castle? It's like forward, but it's not pressuring
anything.
Yeah,
yes.
It makes no sense.
Not even opening the wall.
What do you think, Chris? Do you think this castle could have been a bit more aggressive, or was that too risky?
I think he could have put it more aggressively, just because he saw that KingMarv was also up very late, so there was... Like if KingMarv went for 25 plus 2 or even 24 plus 2, which is easily doable with Slavs, he could have had a couple of monks out already to deny the castle maybe, so... But seeing him with 27 as well, I think it was safe to put it more aggressively.
But by the way, guys, I really, really like these mind games for the fact that one guy has atonement and the other guy is going to have redemption. I would prefer Magicrusher's, like for one time, he's actually proving that he can live up to his name and actually rush somebody. Instead of doing 4 TC boom with Vietnamese as flank. That was kind of very pro, but he's gonna hate me for this.
But he's not used to rushing, I see, because of technical castle.
I think
yes.
Big Dark is used to Russian.
Let's say that again.
I think Vic Dark is used to Russian because he's a Russian. You understand?
Oh yes, I got that lame joke, man. Thank you so much for that. Oh my god. All right, so we have 4 monks from Magic with atonement, but absolutely no sanctity. I don't think so. He needs it. And we have what, 2? How many monks do we have from? Only 2 from Slav player over here. 3?
By the way, we have an idle TC of Magicrusher, so this is a very all-in.
Yes. Wait, did we see Atonement from Marv as well?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Ooh, that monk survived.
I don't like well, he has no siege.
Yeah, I would love a battering ram right now to kill that monastery and the other monastery as well. What do you guys think?
But I like how he's scouting the left side of Marv, so he can't take the outside golds, and he's taking Marv's third gold, so that's very good. And now the siege
Siege
workshop.
workshop, right. So as I said, if instead of mangonels, I would love to see one or even two rams. One that kills market, blacksmith, the other one kills both monasteries on top. Or why doesn't he just oh, he's taking quite a bad micro over there in my opinion. Like how many monks did he lose? Like 3 over there?
He lost now 3 monks to GC for nothing.
That's hard. And he's gonna lose another monk because he's converting late.
Oh boy, look at this. One lumber camp game, man. Oh my god.
Another monk died to TC. Another monk died to TC. Oh wow, this guy.
Still an idle TC for Magicrusher. He's not all.
Well, if he's concentrating,
Although,
yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Although he has 250 wood food, which he is not using for any military production at the moment, he still has an idle TC.
And in 1 minute you will see KingMarv putting a castle in front of his base, in front of his front 2 TCs, and the game is over.
Pretty much over, in my opinion. As I said, I don't understand if he's microing so hard over here. He should not be losing monks, and could definitely be doing a little bit more damage than what he is doing right now. Like, he's not able to kill 1 TC at this point. This is kind of really bad.
He just needed 1 ram to kill both monasteries,
no sanctity!
market, and that's it.
So sorry, guys. No sanctity. Those monks are dying to 1 mangonel. Whoa.
Oh.
It was such a misplay. I did not like those 2 monasteries, honestly. You should just go Fort Castle and Siege Workshop, because you can convert only mangonel or your organ guns. And if you convert one, you can still kill that with the other unit.
He just should have to go faster siege, only organ guns, and let some build some stones so he can build a second
Next castle, right.
castle in his base. That's it. I don't like the 2 monasteries. It's like kinda I'm trying to do everything.
And as
now at the end he was putting a second TC.
Yep. By the way, I really liked your pick over there that if we see KingMarv's stone, it's 669, and there would have been a castle in the next 10 seconds, protecting that whole place, and then it's over.
There's one thing I want to point out. I like that KingMarv got fletching, because with fletching, the TC fire does 2 damage per arrow to organ gun instead of 1, so it's a 100% increase.
100% increase. Wow, whoa, there we go. The Einstein of AoE stats is really playing here. No, I actually like that you know so well about this, and thank you so much for that insight. Now, if you did Botkin, did you by any chance know how much that would increase?
Well, it's 200% then.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. I'm really bad at maths, I guess. Oh my god. Thank you, Chris. Everybody knows it now. Great job. But those are a lot of dead monks around that area just because no sanctity, and I think that was a really big misplay as well.
What civ would you go for now if you're Marv, just to end the game?
Aztecs. Or Spanish.
I don't think he will go for Aztecs, but I think what's his name? Magicrusher will go for Teutons because he's expecting Aztecs. So Marv should go for Slavs. Ah, fuck, he was Slavs.
Easy boy, easy.
200 IQ.
The way you say "fu" is such a way that you don't even see it coming. You just insert it instantly over there. Well, yes, that could be an option. Teutons would, I think, be one of the safest bet over here. But Magic, what are you doing on my Twitch? Man, stop Twitch sniping. Go back and play your game. He's typing over here. What is wrong with you, man? What a pleb. Go back and play your game, dude. He's trying to get our input on which civs he should pick, probably. I don't know what he's trying to do over here.
Such a tryhard.
Such a tryhard. Maybe he wants to ask Chris as well. Chris, what should I have done with the monks? Do you have any idea? Am I losing shit over here?
Well, Sanctity wouldn't be a bad idea.
Not at all. And don't make mangoes. Make rams. Kill the buildings. That's even more important. Anyway, so yes, I think 2 times would be a safe pick, but depending on what.
I think he will go for Ethiopians.
Really?
I think he liked them a lot. Yes. I think he liked them a lot. I think he will go for Ethiopians.
Scorpion and cheese, okay.
What do you think would be a safer matchup, Chris? Like, do you think he would just go Teutons at least to survive or win this game because he really has to now? What would you pick if you were against Aztecs, Slavs, or Spanish? I mean,
Indians.
I would pick Britons. Britons every time.
Really? Oh, we have a game, and you are dead correct. He did take Britain versus Mayans. What do you?
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Screw you, man. All right. So I will let this time Chris decide. Talk about Magicrusher's map. What do you think Magicrusher's map looks like, Chris?
Well, all his goals are forward. Main goal inside, secondary goals outside to the right. One of the stones, secondary stone, is also outside, and also only the main stone is at the back. But at least he has some space in the back to boom, and also a neutral stone. So it's not terrible, but it's also not great having no safe gold.
All right, perfect. YOLO, why don't you talk about KingMarv's map?
KingMarv is on the bottom. He's playing as Mayans. He has a very safe main gold. It's Viper Hex. Then he has 2 stones on the left side, main stone near to the wall, and the second stone outside. His second stone is in the back as well as extra gold. I meant second gold, sorry. And his third gold is pretty far away from his base on the right side. I would prefer KingMarv's map a lot.
Right. And the relic placement is kind of evenly distributed. I would think it's not too bad for KingMarv, actually. He has literally 2 relics adjacent to his base, like left and right. Magic isn't too far off, but I would still prefer KingMarv's placement. Joey, what do you think about the Civ matchup? In your opinion, do you think Mayans are better or Britons? And then, Chris, I'll let you also counter that with if you find that to be different opinion from Joey. Go ahead,
What about
Joey.
me, man?
I think
Screw you,
until
man.
Pure Age Mayans should be better.
Okay.
Because of eagles, if he goes just for 5-6 eagles in Castle Age, you should be safe. But if you let Britons get to the combo like longbows champions, some traps, something like that, I think they might be in trouble. Mayans are not that good in that case, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure about this matchup. I don't really like it, honestly.
Sure. Go ahead, Chris. What do you think?
I think that Mayans have a good shot at this because against jams and longbows, just plumes should be fine. I think the main issue for Mayans would be if, as Joey already said, the Britons player goes for Warwolf traps because they can really kill a lot of plumes if they're stacked. So I think I'm interested to see this in the late game actually because I'm not sure who has advantage. I would tend towards Mayans, but I'm not sure.
Now I'll give this to YOLO for sure. I mean, YOLO, you do recognize that you're such a pro. I mean, you do recognize that Mayans do have siege rams, but then you do have Britons with those really great werewolf trebs and access to light cav as well for potential trash unit, which Mayans would probably not have, but may not need. What do you think about that?
Well, in my opinion, if KingMarv is just going to scout his opponent, it's now minute 6 and he didn't do that. You would have scouted second gold, main gold, and second and third gold on the right side. While he knows that he has an extra gold in his base, and while he's scouting Magicrusher's second and third gold, he maybe can find the second extra gold. So he knows that he can easily control all the golds of the Briton player, and so there is no question like how should I play versus longbows and champions, because if you just control the main gold by some units, and for example wall the other units in, the other golds in, it won't go to late game.
So wait,
And
you're talking about mines controlling goals of
yes, the
Britons.
main gold. Yes, the main gold of Magicrusher is such a bullshit. He can't even
Yes.
do a TC in front of it,
That's
so he
true.
just can't defend it.
Now, two questions actually, quick ones. What do you got? Okay, I thought that's a lumber camp, but those are houses. But then we did see Magicrusher. I don't know if you saw, kind of get housed over there for a little brief thing. Not a big deal, but definitely has upset one -1 will if you see in the overlay.
Yeah.
Not game changing, but definitely could be improved over there.
Yeah, he did some idle time, seems like.
Yes.
Why is he doing like 60 houses? Now he's going to 35 pop only with houses.
Maybe he doesn't want to get housed again like he did a few minutes ago. Maybe that paranoid him.
That's
And
about
one lumber camp as well. Do you recognize that? What do you think about that, Chris?
I don't really know what his build order is here because it's not on stone yet, so it's not a castle. And he's still producing wills, 2 in queue when already at 26 population, so is this fast imp or what? Britons don't need a big economy to place TCs, so I don't know what he wants to do here.
This is turning into what we had the previous game with Evo. No idea, having 3 stables with 13 farms, and then somehow that kind of was very odd. He is not on stone, and I don't think. I mean, do you think he wants to do just normal archery range at this point, or just boom? Really?
Well, if you boom, you go up with 22 pop. I don't know what he's
Yeah,
doing.
this is very late. I mean, maybe he wants to drop 3 TCs instantly, but I don't think you need to with Britons, to be honest.
I don't think he can afford it with his map.
Yeah, that as well. That's true.
But surprisingly, Marv is also not on stone, so we are not going to see plumes. Perhaps eagles, maybe? Would that be an
could
option?
be. Yeah, I think it's the best option in this case.
Why do you think that's the best option? To do eagles and not plumes?
Because if the opponent goes for longbows, I think they are way better than plumes in Castle Age.
Really?
Because you need a lot of upgrades and it's a big investment which will delay your
I don't think so.
Really? Go ahead,
You think
Yellow.
plumes will be a better option than?
I think longbows has higher range, but plumes are also faster. Like if you have like 20 plumes and the enemy has 10 longbows, he just can run on him, deny the distance advantage, the range advantage, and just kill him. I think
Yeah,
speed
we are
is here
talking
more
about
important.
Castle Age. I don't think you will do like 20
Yes,
plumes.
you can have 10 longbows in Castle Age. It's possible.
I will ask Chris about one thing. Chris, regardless, they're doing plumes or longbows in this case. Don't you think investing on eagles with the barracks and then they train so slow? Do you think that would be more slower and more costly? And also maybe perhaps doing the eagle scout to eagle warrior research. What's your take on that? You know what I'm trying to see, right? Because it's also the production time from one barracks is gonna be very slow. I
Oh, we
mean,
see Archer Age coming up, guys.
Yeah, it's an archer range and 1 barracks
Nice,
for the
producing
Mayans
already.
player. I think I don't like eagles against archers in this like on arena, to be honest, because you do need +2, either +2 or the eagle warrior upgrade. Whereas for archers, you can just get I think just fletching with that range is enough to hit and run for some time if you're not too far away from your gates.
sure.
I don't know. I think it's also. I'm not sure actually. Eagles are cheap. Like you only need the gold for it, but I think he needs more in gold if he wants to build more eagles and also monastery. I think 5 could be not enough
But-
then.
The reason I'm saying it's not ideal to go Plumes in this matchup, it's that if you go for a castle, you will delay your TCs, and the Briton will have two TCs
Instantly,
yeah,
pretty much.
instantly. You will
Yeah, that's
be
true.
behind in economy.
Oh,
True,
that
yeah.
We're
makes
seeing
sense.
a
That makes
second
sense.
range actually for Britons, so
I
this is a
think
lot of
that is
archers.
kinda an overkill. So he's doing the armor upgrade as well. He has
No, no,
idols
no.
at the
That was a
berries.
mistake. That was a mistake. He cancelled it.
Okay.
Armor and not botkin. Okay.
No, he
No,
cancelled
you
it. He
cancelled.
cancelled it.
No, he has armor now.
He does.
Yes, he has. Yes.
Oh
I did. Oh
wow.
boy, oh boy.
Do you
That's
think
an
that was a
overkill.
misclick or?
That's a weird misclick.
I don't think it's a misclick because he made it before he hits Castle Age.
Yeah.
Ah, good catch. Well, what we do see now is definitely Scout alive, so he can pick relics now. That's really good. I like that position from Magic. That
He can pick relics, but he has no wood for monastery.
that is actually a good call. He just made his TC, but he is on 3 TC though. And also, as we speak, KingMarv is also on 3 TC. I think there's a pause from the players, if I am correct.
Yeah. But I don't think that he can produce from 3 TCs and 2 archer ranges. And these are Britain archer ranges, by the way, so I think one would have been fine.
Yeah, they produce much faster.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the gold count on that TC? Do you think that is also way overkill? I mean, you would essentially need 7 or 8 at most for 2 archery ranges. That's if he wanted to produce absolutely nonstop. But right now he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, perhaps.
9, yeah, but he also wants monks, so this is actually fine.
Okay, that's a good catch as well. And then maybe he's also gonna put farms around that TC with the same amount
Yeah.
of.
He needs
gold.
farms fast.
But he doesn't have the wood for farms. That's also
Exactly. He wants to invest in double range archers. That's 50 wood every 35 seconds, and also monastery. Won't be building farms for the next 1.5, 2 minutes.
Derp is saying in the chat that yeah, he is trying too much.
Yeah, I agree.
While he's rushing out 30 C with, I think, 8 wills, but he has only, what is it, 5, 6 farms? 6
Yes.
farms.
6
And
farms.
Derp pointed out Plumes, Siege Ram kill everything from Britain. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. What do you guys
Yes.
think about that?
Yes. Same opinion.
Full upgraded? Probably yes.
I don't like how Marv made his game strategy before scouting the map of Magicrusher. Otherwise, I think he wouldn't have went for eagles just for plumes, just to control the gold. It would have been so easy.
Yeah, well, you can now just go for a siege workshop and some mangoes out or something like that.
But
Yeah, but the eagles aren't doing anything. With this, that amount of crossbows and upgrades, eagles are now just a waste.
By the
Yeah,
way,
okay, but
Go ahead.
Magicrusher is committing
someone
a
dropped,
lot.
I think.
sorry.
Someone dropped, I think.
Yeah, and the game was I think restored as well, right? For me, it's resumed. For you guys, is it resumed
For me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
just
time is it
resumed.
for you?
Yes, but KingMarv is not in the lobby anymore.
18 minute 30.
What do you mean? The game is going normal for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Okay, now it
KingMarv
ended.
is not
Okay.
in the lobby.
Yep,
Yeah.
we will have
Sorry.
to rejoin. He dropped most likely.
I think we should give Magicrusher an admin win.
Oh my god. Well, I didn't make any rule for that. That there's a certain penalty for time limit. Let's hope he comes back and we can restore this like gentlemen.
You didn't write in the settings which difficulty we have to pick.
Standard, man. If there's no mention, it's always
I
standard.
think Riff in my game just took hard.
Really?
Yes, I think so, because he knew I will go to Russia.
Oh my goodness.
200 IQ, this boy.
Man. You know he's not out of the game, right? You're still gonna
Yeah,
play
I
in
know.
loser bracket. He may just come and haunt you again. That may or may not happen, but who knows? So,
I just thought about losing my game versus Dark just to get to the losers bracket and kick you out of the tournament one day.
shut the hell
What do you think about
up. Sure. Let's try that. Why not? Remember, if you asked Derp, I played pretty well in his first game. Like I played decent, not bad. Of course, I lost because I made a lot of mistakes at the very end, but I tried my best. So let's see how it goes out. Okay, so we do have a restore anything. Marv, let me win. Okay. Oh man. This would be fun to watch. They obviously
Magic.
have to pick the same sibs, obviously. Since it's a
Magic
restore.
Beggar.
Are they not going to restore?
They will restore, of course. They will restore. Just go ahead. YOLO, you were saying something?
Yes, now he has a new name, Magic Beggar.
Magic.
Just let me win,
Boy. You know he will likely watch this stream again. I already kind of.
What will he do? Will he outbrew me with 10 TCs from Vietnamese?
Oh my god, okay. You know he's not gonna play with us then. That's what probably is gonna happen. You don't want that.
I think this is my last casting with you.
Yeah, most likely. No,
Yeah, I'm
it's
wondering
fine.
why he didn't pick Vietnamese. He had them today, and I think he likes them. So
Yes, boom and to die. That's very good for the Vietnamese.
Oh, that was a hilarious one. Alright, 50 seconds left. We should be in the game very soon.
Back now.
So at the very end, we saw that Magicrusher is getting a monastery up, so he will eventually collect the relics.
That's good decision. Minute 20 by investing in 2 ranges.
2 ranges, yeah. I think if he gets all 5 relics, it could be very interesting and late game.
Alright, so yep, the monster is up, but he could have essentially have just 1 TC now and it should have been fine because the amount of farm he has is actually for 1. And that can be seen very easily by the villager difference number, if I'm not wrong.
He has so many units, but he's not controlling the 2 relics which are closest to Marv. He can easily just snack 2 relics without a lot of an investment. But now he's going to the
Guys.
one relic on the
Yes?
right side.
Go ahead.
6 farms and then the siege workshop. He's never gonna produce any builds out of those 3 TCs.
For a very long time. Unless he idles that 1 TC he has and then decides to save up
Maybe
300
he's going
ace.
for a siege tower.
Yeah, would make sense.
Siege tower castle drop. Now he just needs to buy 650 stone.
YOLO,
enough.
these are only your strats.
Okay.
KingMarv already has a siege workshop. And he
Yes.
already has the mangonel out, so he
And-
should be fine, I guess.
and
He's
Chris,
building a 4th TC.
4th CC, that's exactly what I was going to say. 4th TC. What do you
I
think
think
about that?
this is an overkill with Mayans.
Yeah,
You
you don't
don't
need
need
it.
4.
Mines. Not if you want to go Plume Siege Ram.
Look at the Will's difference already.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, the farms are identical. Like, does he really just forget to make farms? Or is he just purposely just put 3 TCs for
Oh.
fun and... Ooh, nice trade.
Nice.
Don't tell me he's going for a 4th TC. Please not. Please. Okay. taking
4th
stone.
TC, I call Edmund win for KingMarv right away.
He's going with 7 on stone, so you can siege tower castle drop YOLO.
Ah, that's a good decision.
Do you think
Now
he
he's
should...
building.
Yeah. Botkin by now? Do you think he should get Botkin?
Yeah, not having Botkin right now is really bad for him.
Because that 1 extra range over the Mangonel would really help him. Okay, $5 he's gonna lose mangoes. Come on. 1.
Oh!
not-
Wow!
Oh!
Oh boy! Oh
Wow!
boy! Oh boy!
Wow!
So
Wow!
bad.
Wow! Wow!
Do you see KingMarv stone counts?
Yeah.
540. Are we gonna see a Doubt Castle very soon?
I don't think it will be. Oh, maybe.
If he tries to put anywhere other than between those two TC where he has one house, if he
I
deletes
would
a
go
house,
forward with the castle and just put it on Magicrusher's main gold. Full YOLO. You won't expect it, man.
Magic should buy 100 food and get Botkin. Botkin is so crucial right now. But yeah, but maybe actually it was a misclick. Maybe he thought he got Botkin. And he's not
yeah.
checking his expos.
Oh, two there. Okay.
Guys, I think the extra armor
Wow.
isn't helping him versus mangonels. Just some math.
By the way, oh my god, but just seriously, he hasn't lost a single mangonel, has he? And he killed how many? Like 3, 4 of them by now? Oh, there's the castle coming up. There's the castle coming up.
Oh, doubting. Ah, no, it's not doubting. Okay, right.
Not yet, but it could
Oh
be.
boy. Now Magic will lose a mangonel. To the right siege workshop. I don't like his mangonels on that position. You see? Bump.
Oh boy. You jinxed him.
Yeah.
YOLO, you jinxed him.
Bump.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
boy. Well done.
Okay,
well
boys. Game is GG. Thanks for watching. This is Thunder.
Wait, hey, no. It's not GG. He did add 2 more farms in the back of his base. Look at that.
Oh, that's sick. I think now he can afford 2 more TCs.
We cannot roast him this much. Come on, man. Oh, he's gonna lose that archers to castle. No, okay, he went back, and he has that monk picked up the relic, but I don't know how long that old guy can pick something twice his size. But let's see.
I don't understand the score.
Maybe because he killed those 2 farms over there.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense. Sorry.
Yes, very much.
That's
so.
why you are the pro caster.
I am the best caster in the world, man, right now.
The age of outpost over there.
I think
Hey.
Magicrusher is collecting stone now 750. He will go for a wonder win.
Oh my god! And then recognize it's on Conquest. Because why not? Oh my
Okay,
god.
Mango were pretty even.
Guys, I like these 2 monks carrying
Yes.
relics.
Yeah.
On both
Left and right
sides,
side.
That's what I
guarding
just
the
meant.
2 gates.
Wait, that's what I said. I don't know how low. Oh, we have
Bosa.
28 Bosa. Can we message him and say, can you bring the relics back, please? It's kind of giving me.
He's going back,
PTSD
he's
or
going back.
OCD.
Now, 5
Oh,
relics. I
okay.
think it was worth it.
Okay, good stuff.
Only 36 wills behind.
Oh.
Where is he building his castle? Oh, defensively. That's always good.
So I think, in all seriousness, oh, look who's up with the 6 farms all game. Oh my god.
He's even doing a castle.
I think you shouldn't roast somebody, Wonder Man. You're the tournament host. It's
Shut
bullshit.
up.
I can do it. You not.
Yeah, you have been roasting him way more than me, man. I think it's fine.
Oh, nice archer, Micro. Lost only 2.
Somebody please go to his room and give him a little cheat tip. Say, please get Botkin, man. Please get Botkin, Arrow. Please get Botkin.
KingMarv's getting Botkin.
Can we tell KingMarv to tell him to get Botkin? Maybe that would be not against the rules then. Okay, so we do have plumes running out. So do you think he's just gonna do plumes and traps from this point onwards, or do you
I
think
think
he's
he
gonna
should
do
do
rams?
rams. He already has, yeah, he's doing battering rams now. He already has 2 siege workshops, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but they should click up, huh?
That's true.
So okay, now a serious question: does Magicrusher actually need more farms? Honestly, he's already up, so he just needs basically wood and gold, correct?
No, he needs either champions or light caps or cavalier to kill rams, so he needs more farms.
So he needs melee units. What do you think about onagers though?
Okay, Onager could work. They have siege engineers and
Yep.
Lions don't, so
Yep.
that could be good. option actually.
If we switch
Correct.
to eagles, you can kill everything.
Yeah, but
Boy.
then you also have a lot of archers in the back, right? So
50 welts difference.
Yeah.
that is
Oh,
true.
boy.
50, boys. 50.
Like, Magic is making more houses, but the big question is, would he need them? Okay.
He's doing them because in the start of the game he got housed.
Okay, alright, say that thing to me. Oh, me and Magic are gonna have a fun time after he watches his stream. He's probably gonna ban you and me both
He's
together.
doing leather archer armor before doing.
Is his
No. He has Botkin. He has Botkin.
Yeah, but not Botkin, I mean the
bracer?
Bracer, you mean.
Bracer, yes.
Defensive upgrade.
Like, is his blacksmith tilted or what? That he's doing the wrong upgrades first. Oh, okay,
He's
no,
doing
now he's doing it. Okay, let's take a break. He's doing it.
Right. So how many rams does KingMarv has?
He
There's
has-
only 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, three for now. Okay, so we do see
I
one
like-
Manganel. Yes, go ahead.
How a quarter of his wills
Oh,
are on stone. That's nice. 70 wills out of 68. That's huge. He has more wills on stone than farmers, I think. No. He has 3 more farmers, sorry.
Well, you were saying something, Joey?
Zeke upgrade, man. Fortified wall.
Oh boy, sick upgrade. Yes, I love that upgrade. When YOLO is playing as my pocket, I have to get fortified. I learned it the hard way.
Why? Only
Oh,
because I'm
landing
going
some
5cc boom.
Oh, look at that castle on the right side, guys. From
That's true.
KingMarv.
Yeah, that will secure actually 2 goals and perhaps even the third
3
one.
goals.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick.
And I like that he
Okay.
made an outpost over there too. Do you Chris, enjoy. Do you think if Marv jumped on him and Magic fought that out, do you think Marv would easily win at this point with those number of blue?
I like how a trap is under his TC, which he's trying to build in front. How he
Yes,
fixed
he
it.
gets elite plumes and siege rams at this point. It should be the GG instant.
What do you think as well, Chris? Is that a good amount of plumes to actually deal all that damage that he requires?
I don't think so. No, he doesn't have the armor.
Okay. But he is doing siege rams as we speak.
Yeah, that's more important.
Do you like that castle placement though? That's kind of really forward and he's bound to lose it. He's not even repairing it.
Yeah, but for some reason KingMarv's not getting any traps.
Probably
just wants to ram rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has how many? 5 siege rams.
I
against
see a
many.
nice.
Knights, yeah, the melee part about that we talked about, but then again
That's
his
sick.
farm eco is a piece of shit, so
Why,
maybe
it's
that-
But knights without any
Yes, oh
upgrades.
shit!
sorry. I would like to see onagers here, to be honest. Onagers
Yeah, I
would
agree.
have really sealed the idea that if Marv moves with anything, it will be not the best trade in the world.
Oh, Magicrusher is going to the right gold, where KingMarv has
And
the
we'll do a
castle.
siege
I
workshop.
think Magicrusher should have just walled it. He just would have secured himself 3 golds on the right side of
Yes,
his
Yeah.
face.
that would have been actually worth the effort to wall that.
He's
apart.
walling him in, man. Masterpiece. But it's too late if your enemy is already outside and taking your gold and have a castle and
No, now he saw it. He saw it. He completely saw the castle. And okay, yeah, he's sending those wills back. He knows that there's something over there.
Oh boy, Magicrusher, time for another castle.
So no, I think he should make that in his base. Right, securing that place.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it. Okay, good.
Good boy.
Good boy. Hey man, I'm like 10 years older than you.
I don't mean you, man.
Okay, him man. Okay.
I mean Magicrusher. Magic boy. Magic good boy.
Magic boy. Good boy. Okay.
Oh boy, I would like to see that ram push. He has a 5, 4, 8,
A lot of
9,
rams.
and 2 more coming up. Yeah.
Do you
Also
think that
troll
will, Chris? I think those rams will kill everything over there. What do you think?
Oh boy,
Yeah.
he's dead. He's dead.
He didn't really decide on anything. He has 3 mangonels, no onager, and 3 knights, no other upgrades.
And I
Which
like
you
the
only do.
part that he moved all his army to the other side. Like
Even
it's
his mangoes.
debated,
I don't know
yeah,
why.
and debated, and then he's gonna just push with like all those 20-30 rams over there and then clean everything up. While there's absolutely not a single shred of melee unit with guarding those places. And then he's
But there are
getting
still 3 crossbows.
And he has
What?
elite plumage now.
yes.
Yeah.
I think he will call GG right after losing
Why
those 2
is he
castles.
doing Arbalest? He have 5 castles.
He's mind games, man. Tweaky IQ. He knows he won't have castle left on the next 10 seconds. And then he's like, alright, there we go.
Don't call it, man. You have 5 relics, 100 wills. We'll still have 3 castles. Don't call it.
He shouldn't. I think he should just get fortified wall and get SO.
Okay, boys. I think it's GG.
Yeah, and those plumes are literally standing there with mango fire and not giving a shit either. If you look at the gate over there, like they're just, yes, they're dying, but they're so tanky at this point that nothing makes a
Yeah,
difference.
you need onager.
Yeah.
No chemistry, no last armor upgrades, no yeoman,
Yeah, as
no
Dub said
elite
before,
upgrades.
he just wanted to do too much. He had mangoes without any upgrades, knights without any upgrades. And then traps, a lot of
TCs
castles,
without
no
any
eco behind
farms
it.
as well. TCs without any farms, remember?
Yeah.
Alright, I think this is it. They are
GG,
laughing
man.
about it and GG.
Why isn't he calling it GG, man? Second game without a GG. I think he should get an admin loss. You should kick him out of the tournament.
Shut up, man, shut up!
No,
What the hell are you
like
doing? The last 10 minutes roasting him. Oh boy.
JK, I think it was a better game than I expected.
Yeah, better than game yours.
Fuck you, man. Who's in the loser's bracket, me or you?
Well, I'll see you there very shortly. I was with Derp, so it's fine.
And I will kick you out of the tournament.
No problem. It's fine. I'll also kick you. Wait, Discord. Let's.
You wanna check the achievements?
Oh, I actually closed it. Do we need to? Sorry.
It's okay. 6 farms for pretty OP.
Oh man. Alright, I will give them the link to the Discord so they can come and Joey and you can ask questions.
I don't have any question, honestly.
Hello, KingMarv. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you.
Well played.
How are
Well
you?
played. Very good.
Yeah, well, I got some nice matchups, I guess. Like, my Jens vs. Brilliant is basically unusable, unlosable for me.
Good to hear. So we will start with, let's say, Chris can ask a few questions. Chris, go ahead.
Well, about the first match, you had Slavs against Portuguese, right? Did you expect the castle drop?
I expected the castle drop, but not forward.
Okay.
I was thinking about going scouts, but then I was like, okay, if I go scouts and he makes a lot of organs, I have useless scouts. So I figured out it's better to go straight monks. And so I made 2 TCs, because when he's back in the castle, he's delayed. So I go for the eco approach first, and then I make the monasteries after. But when he was forward, I was a bit late with monks, so I was a bit in troubles. But
Hello.
Hi, Magic.
I
was a bit late with monks, so I was a bit in troubles. But
Hello.
Yep. Hi, Magic. Just give them a minute. They are interviewing each other, okay?
Hello. Hey.
Hi. They're interviewing KingMarv. Just wait a minute, okay?
they are interviewing each other.
Hey.
Hi.
Uh,
Hi. Can you hear me
moment,
now?
I'm not understanding anything. Something's weird.
Okay. Hi. Can you hear me now?
Let me check.
Okay.
the matchup, and we came to the conclusion that it's actually not a bad matchup for Portuguese if you end up with
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
bombard cannons against SO.
Yeah, of
So, I
course.
mean,
Portuguese is fine. I mean, the economy is bad, but if you get if I get the Johnnigas, you could just convert them and I don't have heresy. And going straight monks would be maybe better, like full monk rush versus Slavs. Like he always win because I can make heresy.
Okay. But do you think that Portuguese has to do something in Castle Age, or can they just?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to do something because your Wolf will fall behind in economy, like massive. And then Slavs get map control because they will be like 1 minute or 2 minutes faster. And then siege rams will just destroy your base before you have anything.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, well played.
Thank you.
Any more question, guys?
Yes, Marv, what do you think about your draft? I think it was way better than from Magicrusher. What's your opinion?
Yes, I think so too. I got almost all good civs.
Mhm.
I ban Malay. Malay is really strong, but I hate playing them.
Okay,
And I don't want to play versus them, so I ban.
makes sense.
His Indian ban didn't make any sense.
Okay,
But
so there weren't any inside information between you two.
no,
Okay,
I don't know. Maybe he just hates playing versus Indians. I don't know. But
in my opinion, you have a pretty how should I say? You have a good strategy in your mind when you see in the first seconds your civs.
yeah,
But in the second game, I would have preferred that you scout Magicrusher's map, because then you would have saw all his goals were outside, except his main goal, and that was nearly touching his wall. So I think you could have abused this map a little bit more, but well, you didn't have to if you have the better civ.
So I go like this into a game. So if I see the civs, I think, okay, in which age is my civ good?
Okay.
And if I think that's imp, so I play for imp. And in this case, Mayans is in Castle Age better when I do blooms, and he's doing archers. He has no chance of his archers. But if he is booming and I can't make damage, then he has a shot. So I thought, okay, I just go defensive, make CCs, and if he's coming, I make a castle.
Okay.
I didn't expect him coming that aggressive with like 20 mangonels and a lot of archers, and well, he first microed really good. He got like 4-0 kills, I think.
Yes, that was pretty sick. Yes.
And then I did some good micro back later, and I could make the second castle to protect all my economy, and I think I had like 30 villages more or something like this. And
it was, I think, 50 wills.
50. Oh, all right.
Big difference. He was like 6 farms all game, and the best part I really enjoyed is the way you kind of debated him to send all his army in mangonels. I mean, at that point, I don't think so it would even matter. But then you got him diverted all the way to the other side of his map, and then you just pushed with like 20, 25 rams, and then I think it was kind of
yeah,
like really a cleanup. It was cleanup, and then he ran back, and then you caught him from both sides, and then it was a really, really good fight. Good tactical.
Yeah, Britons can't deal with the trams, so that's why I went for the in-play.
Yep. We were hoping he would do onagers. That could have been better, but then again, the mobility becomes an issue. But at least onagers would have been better. But then he did a little bit of everything. He did knights, as Chris pointed out in the while casting. He did knights. He did no farms. He did a little bit of crossbows mixed with a little bit of longbows, and then mangonels, and then castles. And then we were like, all right, you kind of need to focus all your eco like in a specific way. Only then you were really gonna.
Well, for him, when the match was reversed, like I would go Britons and he got Mayans, I would have trushed in Feudal Age and hoped that I get some advantage out of it. But it's hard versus Meso. But and then in Imp, my combination would be Onagers and Champions, because you need to. Yeah, because we need to something to do with the Eagles, and the Cavaliers are really bad. And
I disagree, actually. I think Cavalier could work because if you only have champions, you're so immobile. And I mean, obviously Cavalier missing bloodlines, but it's only bloodlines. I mean, it's a big tech, but
yeah. But if you play Honorers Cavaliers, I can just make halves, and then you have.
Well, you
then you
obviously
make archers as well, but somehow your gold run out. And if you only do gold units, and I do only halves and some eagles, which are also cheap, with longer lasting resources, I think it's really hard for Bridges.
Yeah, obviously it is, but I think obviously you need map control for this, and you also need the relics. So that's why you always need to contest map control in Castle Age to get the relics. But I think it can work if you have relics in at least some part of the map. If you go for Onager Cavalier, I don't like champions too much because champions die too fast to plumes. So I think Cavalier is better there.
Yeah, but versus the plumes, you got the Onagers, and you got also the +1, the siege engineers, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
So
they
That's
do
true.
have siege engineers.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
correct,
what we're talking about as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you got siege engineers, you can't really play with plumes anymore.
Yeah.
So I just checked the brackets, the two players who were on my side. Who is that? I don't know them.
Let's go check them so I know which one you're talking about. The brackets. All right, so let me also update the scoreboard right away as we're speaking. You got 2 wins. That's really good. You will be against. Well, okay. So these are 2 friends of ours who are like 14 and 1300 ELO. So you can do anything you want to. You can do 1v2 if you want with them. It shouldn't be a problem for you.
Okay.
No, I'm not joking. They are literally 13 and 1400 ELO. So, hey, pick Gods versus anything and do mana terms. It should be fine. But I'm pretty sure they are more than happy to participate and even play you. It should be fine.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe it will be the only game which is in round 1 and won't go 2-0.
Wait, say that again?
Maybe it will be the only game which is in the first round and won't end with a 2-0.
What?
No, it will be 2-0 for Yekran, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Marv, if you do lose to them, I mean, what the hell are you going to do then with your life? Oh boy. But no, it should be very entertaining. We do have one. I will invite Magicrusher right now with us. He has a little bit hearing impaired, so he will have a little bit hearing issue. If we maybe all cooperate and maybe we can just hear him, that would be great. So I will put him with us. He was waiting for us this whole time.
Right. One last thing.
Yes, go ahead.
KingMarv, I think Yekran and Dosto are playing tonight, so you can actually schedule tonight or tomorrow already if you want.
Oh, okay, fine. Thank you.
Yep, perfect. So I will drag him in our room. 1 second. All right.
So we have another
Magic.
game today.
Wait 1 second, Joey. Magic, hi. You seem to be muted, but are you able to hear us by any chance?
So we have another
Magic.
game today.
Hello.
Wait 1 second, Joey. Magic, hi. You seem to be muted, but are you able to hear us by any chance?
So we have another game
Magic.
today.
Hello.
Wait 1 second, Joey. Magic, hi. You seem to be muted, but are you... Okay, I put him back in the other room. This is not gonna work.
Maybe he can answer his questions by typing it
yeah.
as the general text.
Type.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have headphones, right? Like it's an endless circle of.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's good.
Sure.
he's kind of deaf, and he has some help. So
And
Okay.
answer by typing. Yeah, I just told him that he can type directly and keep us muted, okay? And I will do that. Okay, so Magic, you are with us right now. You are more than welcome to type. So go ahead, Joey. What would be your first question?
I don't really have a question. I went to ask how we was supposed to defend against the organ guns, but Chris did that answer already.
Okay. Chris, do you have any questions for Magic?
In the first game, Magic, you went castle drop and 2
to
monasteries.
Magic, you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, you can go ahead after this question, Joey. Oh, you don't understand anything. Okay. Well, then we
boy.
type as well.
No. He can hear us. He can hear us.
Yeah, but
he
divided
doesn't
that
understand
they
anything either. Oh, I thought he could hear us. Oh, shoot. Okay, go ahead, type then.
Let's type.
Okay, definitely
okay,
type.
okay.
Definitely type.
Yeah, okay.
And the viewers can still read it. So and KingMarv, if you have any question for Magic as well, you're more than welcome to ask him as well.
Did I entertain you? Of course, I did.
Like the first game was, in my opinion, pretty good from you. You got fletching on your TC. That's really good for attacking the monks and whatnot. And your micro was way better. I think you killed like 10 monks from your TC alone, and that kind of pretty much threw him out of the game.
And the Mangonels ended the game, but
Yes. No, you definitely had the way superior micro, and I think he wasn't able to concentrate properly at that location. And then you also had enough stone to pretty much put a castle right at that moment, if I believe, before the game ended.
Yeah. He was about to add the stable in the archer range even.
Yep.
really?
No, I'm just joking. Of course not.
No, you definitely had for the castle. I think you had 670 stone or something.
Yeah, I had 669 stone, and I was making would make a castle like at the same moment when he resigned.
YOLO? You made me open your inbox just so I can read that shit that you just wrote. Good job. Thanks, everybody's gonna watch. I am not gay, guys, but this guy is for sure.
But why are you gay?
Yeah, okay. Thank God. Alright, so let's read the chat a little bit for the viewers. So, okay, it was too much. I just forgot redemption, but what's your plan? Make monks to convert his monk, obviously, but I thought it could be breaking fight. Okay, but then TC struggled me. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Marv. If you have anything to ask, you may. YOLO, if you have anything, ask. Go ahead.
Well, I don't have any questions. I know him quite well. We play for like 3 years together.
Oh, really?
For HG. Yeah, I played with him on HG a lot, and we played some tournaments together, like in the Titans of the Arena. We were together, and we played Nomad 2v2.
Oh wow, Nomad. That's interesting.
Yeah, we played some tournaments, where we didn't win any for now, but we had fun. That's all.
That's what matters, right? I've seen you play a lot of course, Black Forest lately, but I did not know you actually used to play Nomad as well. That's quite interesting for me.
Well, I just play randomly Nomad. I'm okay. Not the arena level, but I can play that map.
Magic is asking, what is Marv talking about? I will just say something. He is saying
He's blaming you.
are OP. No, man. Come on. Why do you guys want to incite messed up stuff here? All right, I think from this point, this is just a typical troll over here. Definitely, Marv. Thank you so much for participating. I really forgot about you in the start when you reminded me about your participation.
No,
I was like, hey, well, why not? That's perfect. So what we will do is I did update your score over there, and as I said, you will be playing a very relaxed game, the next one. So feel free to provide me your schedule, and I will ask the other guys once they are done playing today. They will play today as well. So one of them will obviously be matched with you. So just provide me with your schedule and leave it in the Discord in general chat so everybody can read it, and the casters can also kind of figure out their timings. And really well played, and easy luck on the next game. And I think the one after that will be with Derp. So really good luck on that.
Yeah, thank you. And if you need me for some casting,
Oh, absolutely! You're more than welcome. I will let you know. As long as you're online, I will be able to message you. Everybody's welcome to cast. This is an open, open place. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the games.
Right.
Yep. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Dude, he heard you once, man. Alrighty. So, so that is okay. We can wrap up the chat as well once we're done. Chris is being so nice. I thank you, Chris, for chatting with him. I kind of got carried away with Marv over there.
I think, Wanda, you are muted. I don't know why.
I'm not muted, man. Okay. That's there.
Ich habe gerade den Sig gemutet, aber der checkt's irgendwie nicht.
What?
Also, time for TG.
Stops. GG. Okay, so I will stop the stream here and